Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. The Philippine Coast Guard is looking into the supposed lapses in the inspection of the sunken oil tanker off the coast of Oriental Mindoro. The move is on the back of a revelation during yesterday's Senate hearing that the PCG and the Maritime Industry Authority, or Marina, allowed the MT Princess Empress to set sail in February without a permit. Mayan Los Baños tells us more in this report.
Masakit sa akin bilang gobernador. Kami ang apektado ng lahat ng ito.
Oriental Mindoro Governor Humerlito Dolor was emotional as he faced senators on Tuesday. He's blaming the Philippine Coast Guard and the Maritime Industry Authority, or Marina, for allowing the MT Princess Empress to sail without a permit to operate. Senators learned that the oil tanker did not have an amended Certificate of Public Convenience, or CPC. A CPC is issued by the Marina to a domestic water transport service provider to operate a vessel for commercial or public use. The PCG admits that there were lapses in the inspection made by their personnel and says it is considering possible administrative and legal action against these inspectors.
So dapat yung mga personnel nyo sa pier, bago maglayag yung barko, inaakyat, sumasampa, tinitingnan mga papeles, kung ano-ano pa mga requirement to make sure na pwede ito, authorize ito na maglayag. Di po ba? Kasi if you did that, wala sana oil spill.
Wala akong ma-imagine na inspection ng barko na hindi binoard ang barko.
And this is what we really want to forward to National Headquarters to conduct administrative investigations pertaining to lapses of our personnel.
Senators also got to hear the side of RDC Riel Marine Services, the owner of the sunken MT Princess Empress. RDC applied for amended CPC last November 2022, but until now, they have yet to receive the document. As it turns out, the MT Princess Empress is a new vessel. And under Marina rules, a company should apply for an amendment to their CPC for every new vessel acquired. RDC admits that the tanker was able to sail 9 times while waiting for the amended CPC.
Which we are going to hear pa sana, may hearing. May kulang na mga documents. So, i-hear pa natin yan. So, hindi sila na-issuehan kaagad.
In terms of compensating those affected by the oil spill, the company says it's already processing claims. RDC is covered with $1 billion protection and indemnity insurance. However, senators doubt if RDC can actually claim this insurance since it has incomplete documents.
Sabi nila makaka-claim daw sila sa insurance company. Ako, galing ako sa business Alam mo, yung insurance company, maghahanap yan ng basis para hindi sila magbayad.
Sa insurance po kasi, they don't ask for the, I think they ask for the CPC, but the CPC, meron po kaming valid CPC.
Apart from monetary compensation, LGUs and Oriental Mindoro are demanding other forms of assistance.
Response, clean up. There, they are helping us together with Harbor Star and Malayan Toways. Pero as far as to direct assistance to our kababayan, yun po ang wala. Ang pagkain is basic. We don't have to ask you to give food. We don't have to ask you. Human compensation is another matter. Nalulungkot ako sa narinig ko kanina kay Senator Villar na there is a possibility that us being not given the compensation eventually. That hurts me most.
RDC has vowed to reach out directly to the local government of Oriental Mindoro over assistance and oil spill response. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
And Puerto Galera is preparing to keep the oil spill at bay. Locals have begun making nets for improvised booms in the event that the oil leak from Oriental Mindoro reaches their shores. Experts have been warning of a shift in wind direction, which could bring the spillage closer to Puerto Galera. Because of this, locals are now fearing for their businesses, which are mainly anchored on tourism.
It's more than epekto ng COVID. Kasi ang problema dito, masyadong mahaba yung ng long term talaga yung effect ng oil spill. Imagine mo yung white sand beaches mo. Yung diving kasi ang aming talagang industry. Yan yung aming talagang pinagkukunan ng hanap buhay sa tourism.
And for its part, luxury beach resort Amanpulo says it does not see the oil spill making a significant impact on its business. Amanpulos management cited their 200-kilometer distance from the location of the maritime accident. The resort is located in the Cuyo archipelago of northern Palawan. However, the beach resort assures that it has already put in place precautionary measures to mitigate any potential effect of the massive oil spill. Time to take a quick break, but One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The House of Representatives has rejected an extended leave of absence for Negros Oriental 3rd District Representative Arnie Teves. House Committee on Ethics Chairman Felimon Espares said that they still have to meet and vote on Teves's LOA. Espares added that they might impose disciplinary actions or worse, suspension on the lawmaker. Recall that Teves asked the House for a 1-month extension of his travel authority, which lapsed on March 9. And the camp of Congressman Arnie Teves is worried about the lawmaker's safety once he returns to the Philippines. Teves's lawyer, attorney Ferdinand Topacio, said that the whereabouts of his client remain unknown. Topacio added that the Negros Oriental legislator will come forward once it is safe for him to do so.
we have the highest respect and esteem for Speaker Romualdez. But, the PNP assuring him of his safety is kind of, scary, because this is the same PNP that we have accused, well, some elements at least, not all of them.
And on the weather, the State Weather Bureau has declared the end of the La Nina or cold phase. Pag-asa weather forecaster Rhea Torres said that this signals the return of the country's weather conditions to, quote, neutral status. What this means for the Philippines is will now experience normal amount of rainfall.
Basically, since natapos na po yung La Nina natin, ibig sabihin nun magbabalik po to ENSO neutral status or magbabalik po to normal amounts yung mga na-experience ng mga pag-ulan. So for example, during amihan season, mas mataas or medyo may kataasan yung mga pag-ulan sa eastern section, tapos mababa yung chance sa western section. So yun po yung magiging usual na pattern.
Torres also said that Pag-asa is expecting the onset of the El Nino in 3 or 4 months. This phenomenon is also called the warm phase.
Possible by June or July. Mataas yung chance na makaranas po tayo ng El Nino. Titingnan pa rin po natin kung may kalakasan yung magiging El Nino for the coming months based sa mga recorded na mga data natin pag naranasan na po natin.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The government has submitted an appeal to the International Criminal Court or ICC for the suspension of its probe into the war on drugs. Through the Office of the Solicitor General, the Philippines reiterated that the ICC has no jurisdiction over the case. The ICC had earlier said that it is proceeding with its investigation on killings and violence during the anti-drug campaign of former President Rodrigo Duterte. The House of Representatives has approved on third and final reading the bill to amend the 1987 Charter through a constitutional convention. The lower chamber flexed the power of its supermajority, with 301 lawmakers voting yes to the measure. However, the CONCON's passage won't be a breeze at the upper chamber, after several senators said that charter change is not a priority. In the United States, February inflation has eased but remains high as monetary authorities contend with rising interest rates that is affecting lenders. The U.S. Consumer Price Index rose 6% in February year-on-year, slower than the 6.4% recorded in January. This development comes as the Fed steps in to contain the fallout from the abrupt failure of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. One News Now will be back at 3 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.